The confirmed number of cases of the coronavirus in Los Angeles County comes to 172,325. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 4,351. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 945, with total confirmed deaths at 56. We anticipate those numbers to increase as the county updates its last 24-hour operating period. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Sunday, July 26th. The latest numbers of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County point to an increase in younger adults having the virus. The latest numbers from the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health as of yesterday show that younger adults still make up the majority of new positive cases, with 76% of the more than 3,600 cases including people under 50 years old, of which 54% of new cases were among people under the age of 30. One of the main concerns by the health officials has been the higher infection rates among younger adults in recent weeks. Health officials also noted the high number of cases reported are because of a backlog of positive results due to a resolution in the state reporting system that affected the data from the past few days. And other numbers are showing more alarming statistics. More than 1,000 people died daily for the 5th day in a row from the coronavirus across the United States, according to the COVID Tracking Project. Across the country, states reported a total of nearly 800,000 COVID-19 tests taken. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that more than 146,000 people in the country have died from the virus and more than 4 million people have been infected. Local leaders have warned the public about a second stay-at-home order. Most recently, more than 150 prominent medical experts, scientists, teachers, nurses, and other experts signed a letter urging leaders to shut down the country. In the letter, it said that the country is on the path to lose more than 200,000 American lives by November 1st. Medical support teams from the United States Air Force are being deployed to 2 Los Angeles County hospitals, including LAC plus USC and Harbor UCLA medical centers, due to the recent spike in cases and hospitalizations. There are reports that about 40 medical providers, including doctors and nurses and other support staff, will be distributed among the 2 hospitals. An American biotechnology company that is on the forefront of creating a coronavirus vaccine is moving forward in its mission. Moderna Inc. announced this weekend that it has received an additional $472 million from the U.S. government's Biomedical Advanced Research Development Authority, also known as BARDA. The millions will help the company support development of its novel coronavirus vaccine. Officials say they will use it to support its late-stage clinical development, including the expanded Phase 3 study of Moderna's vaccine candidate against COVID-19. BARDA is also supporting Moderna through its execution of a 30,000 participants Phase 3 study in the United States. The Phase 3 COVE study is being conducted in collaboration with National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and is expected to start tomorrow. In total, Moderna has received $995 million for the vaccine. Moderna representative says the company remains on track to be able to deliver nearly 500 million doses per year beginning 2021. The company is one of many that are working to respond to the global pandemic. The company focuses on drug discovery, development, and vaccine technologies. County officials are reminding residents they are protected from getting evicted despite the federal eviction moratorium expiration. LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn says they have extended its eviction moratorium to September 30th to ensure no one will be homeless during the pandemic. The Board of Supervisors voted this week to extend the temporary eviction moratorium. As a residential or commercial tenant in LA County, you have the right to delay paying your rent if you have been financially impacted by COVID-19 or pay partial rent without fear of being evicted. The right to a 12-month deferment period after the moratorium ends to pay back any rent owed. Also, residents won't be charged late fees or interest on unpaid rent during the moratorium period, and the right to provide a self-certification to your landlord as proof of your inability to pay rent due to COVID-19, and the right to assistance, to name a few. You can find more information at rent.lacounty.gov. If you're a business looking to stay and grow in the state, you may be able to get a break in taxes thanks to a state program. The annual California Competes tax credit application will be open tomorrow. This time, there is $80 million available in tax credits. Businesses interested in applying can register right now to view a live webinar explaining the application process. The first one takes place this Wednesday. The California Competes tax credit is an income tax credit available to businesses that want to come to California to stay and grow. The agreements are negotiated by GoBiz, also known as the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. It serves as the state of California's leader for job growth and economic development efforts. You can access the application online at calcompetes.ca.gov. You can also find more information about this on the city's Economic Development Office website at business.torranceca.gov. The deadline to submit applications is August 17th. Officials from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are turning to the public for help in deciding the future of cruise ship operations. In the Federal Register, the daily journal of the United States government, CDC officials request comments from the public that will be used to inform future public health guidance and preventative measures related to travel on cruise ships. In the journal, it says that interested people or organizations are invited to participate by submitting comments on planning and infrastructure, resumption of passenger operations, and questions ranging from topics on procedures for boarding to concerns over the well-being of crew and passengers. Recently, the CDC extended the no-sale order that is set to expire September 30th. You can submit comments until September 21st at regulations.gov. Americans across the country are honoring Congressman and civil rights leader John Lewis in his home state, Alabama, today. Representative John Lewis's casket was carried across the Edmund Pettus Bridge by horse-drawn caisson in Selma, Alabama, as crowds watched him make the journey one last time. It's the same bridge where he was beaten alongside other civil rights activists in 1965 in what is known today as Bloody Sunday. They marched that day to demand the right to vote for Black people. The caisson was modeled after the one Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had for his funeral. After his casket crossed the bridge, his body was taken to the Alabama State Capitol in Montgomery. Next, his body will be taken to Washington, D.C., where he will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. His funeral will take place in Atlanta this Thursday. Lewis died on July 17th after battling cancer. He was 80. Lewis's family is asking people to not travel across the country to Washington, D.C. due to the pandemic, but asking people to share virtual tributes online with the hashtags beloved community and human dignity. Lewis served in the United States House of Representatives for Georgia's 5th Congressional District from 1987 until his death. An annual back-to-school event that assists families across the South Bay is canceled. Nonprofit New Challenge Ministries Torrance had plans to host its 7th annual back-to-school event in August, but announced that due to COVID-19, they have canceled it. The event assists children getting ready to go back to school with haircuts, activities, free books, and backpacks with supplies. Last year, they were able to give to hundreds of kids in need, including local military families, the Boys and Girls Club, and foster children. Despite the event being canceled this year, they still have plans to distribute backpacks and supplies. They have 148 backpacks with supplies already collected and have enough supplies to fill 264 backpacks. If you can donate, contact newchallengetorrance@gmail.com. Here are other ways you can give back to the community through New Challenge Ministries, from food donations to volunteering. They serve nearly 300,000 people in need every year. The organization in the last 35 years have helped to fight hunger, educate the public, and assist those in need in various capacities. If you are in need, the food ministry is open Monday and Saturday on a first-come, first-served basis. A restaurant in downtown Torrance is taking its al fresco outdoor dining experience to the next level. If you stop by to dine at La Capia's outdoor space, you will find the canopies over the table are sparkling. They have installed chandelier-type decorations beneath their pop-up awnings. La Capia is one of many restaurants in downtown Torrance that have turned their outdoor space into a dining area. The restaurant is also a participant in the city's Downtown Does Dining Al Fresco pilot program. It will return this Friday through the weekend. To check out all the restaurants participating, head to torranceca.gov. Yorkshire Square Brewery in Torrance is leaving its mark at a historic place in England. The brewery now has a custom paver located at Elland Road, the football stadium in Leeds, West Yorkshire, England, which is home to Leeds United football team. The team says they are thrilled to be a permanent part of the grounds. President of Yorkshire Square Brewery, Gary Croft, is from Yorkshire, England, and opened his brewery in Torrance in May 2017. It's open for dining and drinks at their outdoor patio. They're located on Van Ness Avenue off Ingracia Avenue. One Torrance resident shared on social media how he's spreading kindness in the community. Torrance resident Dan Thomas participated in assembling boxes for military troops in Saudi Arabia this weekend. He posted on Facebook sharing his Dare to Care challenge by partnering with the community to support deployed military members. It took place at Susie Zimmerman's home, who organized the event and is the mother of an armed forces member currently serving. Due to COVID-19, she planned a social distance packing event. Thomas and his family arrived with donations, and attendees also donated cards. Each person waited in their car outside of the Zimmerman's home until it was their turn to donate and assemble a box. When it was Thomas's turn, he was given an empty box to pack while socially distancing. Zimmerman says prayers were also requested, and people can donate to help offset the cost of shipping, which is $18 per box. If you'd like to help out, you can write a check to St. Francis Episcopal Church and write Military Outreach in the memo line. Thank you for sharing your Dare to Care challenge. It is part of the city's new campaign to spread the message of kindness. The community is invited to show some neighborly love by doing random acts of kindness, sharing why they wear a face mask, and being creative in how you spread the message, all while challenging friends and neighbors to join in on the campaign. So take a video or a selfie of any of the above. Be sure to use the hashtags Dare to Care, TorranceCA, and Torrance Cares. We can't wait to see your story. Heading into the end of July, we want to hear what your summer plans are and how you plan to make it the best one yet. Whether it's a quiet night in or treating yourself to an al fresco style dinner, no matter how big or small your summer plans are, we want to see how you're capturing each summer moment. Share your summer's fun story with us. Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community. Feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and reflect how Torrance truly cares. Torrance residents continue to celebrate big milestones and show love for one another. Well, recently, Grant Hayes turned 21. He was given a big surprise with a drive-by from loved ones, with nearly 18 cars driving by wishing him a very happy birthday. It was the first time Grant experienced or saw a drive-by celebration and was very surprised. He also indulged in some custom treats made by Torrance Bakery. Thank you to Debbie Hayes for sharing this story. We love hearing these kinds of stories and seeing photos that you've submitted. If you have a great one to share or just want to say hello, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. That's our update for COVID-19 today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 4 p.m. as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest updates. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
COVID-19 is a serious respiratory disease. There are simple steps we can all take to stay healthy and protect our community. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and warm water. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily. Cover coughs and sneezes with a tissue or elbow and avoid touching your face. If you do have symptoms like cough and fever, stay at home and call your doctor. When we all do our part, we can keep California healthy. For more information, visit covid19.ca.gov.
As you probably heard, Californians are currently required to stay home except for essential needs. Grocery stores, farmers markets, food banks, convenience stores, takeout, and delivery restaurants will remain open, so there's no need to hoard, as will pharmacies, banks, and laundromats. And essential government services will continue. What's closed during a stay-at-home order? Dine-in restaurants, bars and nightclubs, entertainment venues, gyms and fitness studios, hair and nail salons, convention centers, and all other public events and gatherings. We must all work together to keep our state healthy and protect our communities so that we can get back to normal as soon as possible. It's going to be tough, but together we can meet this moment. Look out for one another and save lives.